So Burlison says that Matthew Brown would make an excellent witness at the new hearing. This is news. This is something that we have been discussing. Curious if Matthew Brown would be called upon, and how legitimate they take him. And it looks like the answer is they take him very. They say he's legit. They think he's credible. At least Burlison does. So listen to this clip. Thank you to UAP James for posting this. Check this out. This is from the Total Disclosure podcast. Here it is.
The Immaculate Constellation whistleblower. He could. I don't know if he would be good to bring in, but did you look at that? Have you heard and looked into this?
Yeah, I've had conversations with Matt Brown. He seems to be, his experience seems to be honest. He's coming. I believe that he's being completely honest and transparent. He's taking this very seriously. And you're right. He would make a great witness.
Okay. So good to know that actually hearing them use his name, talk about him, said that he had discussions with him, and the fact that he said he would make a great witness. And then some. If Matt Brown would actually go and say the things that he said, well, not only on things he's been saying on X lately, but all the stuff that he said on Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp's podcast on Weaponized, if he goes through just a fraction of those claims, but in under oath, that could be a major move here by them. And I think what you do is you got to make sure this is one of those things. Every single person that they get, they have to essentially do what they did with Grush and make sure there's no loopholes in these people. If you're going to have some, BS reporter try to bring up PTSD stuff, that's not going to fly. It's not 1950s anymore. It's gonna backfire like it did with Grush, So they need to make sure that every single person from Matt Brown and anyone else, there are no holes that they can poke through, right? I don't think Jason Sands will be one of those people to testify. I mean, he's got some wild claims, but look, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you go wild claims here, right? Maybe you go all the way out there and you get Eric Davis, you get Jason Sands, you get Matthew Brown, you get all these people, and you really go away from just we saw something in the sky that we're pretty sure it doesn't move like ours, is saying, nope, touching alien bodies. We know for a fact that Matthew Brown has pretty much said he was the author of the Constellation document. And the whole basis of a lot of what was going on in that last hearing, that they, for some reason, said Schellenberger was the one who submitted it when it was Jeremy Corbell who did it, the Immaculate Constellation document. And they got into it a bit and they asked some questions about it. But to really dive deep into it, now that they have Matthew Brown, now the question is, are they going to, because Matthew Brown is worried and has been worried that he's going to get in serious trouble, I think, from the things that he's been saying. And a lot of these whistleblowers have felt that way in general. So can they get Brown to testify? And the fact that Burlison saying, no, I spoke to him and he seems pretty legit and you make a great witness, it goes back to that same conversation I've had many times about Burlison, is that what does he believe now? From what he believed 2 years ago to what he believes now. What does he believe? Because he's finding out a lot of different things. He has taken the lead, even over Luna and Burchett. He has taken the lead. He's the guy who used to be Burchett, used to be Luna, were the ones. Luna's still out there talking about this stuff and other conversations. We'll cover other stories with her about her back and forth of what she said about some of the claims that Ross Culver made, but not necessarily towards her. We'll get into that. So she's pretty damn active, and she is the one probably working with Burlison, obviously, with this upcoming hearing, and she has been the one giving information. So they're both active, but I just feel like Burlison's everywhere, and he's on every show and every podcast and talking to people about this and in general and getting the word out there. So who else is he speaking to? That's what I would like to know. And as I tell you guys each and every time, throw an X, a Twitter, whatever it is, tag Burlison. Tell him to come on this show. I don't do interviews really anymore, but I want to talk to him. I want to ask him questions about this in particular. Seems like he does every show. Never said no to my show, just never tried. So maybe I give it a shot. I don't know. There's a lot I want to ask. So the question, I guess, is going to go, if they're going to get people like Matt Brown, then we know the type of caliber of witness that they're going for, right? What they've pretty much said, and that's people who have touchcraft, know about these programs, can really dive deep into these things. And I think that that's the kind of stuff that you have to do. That you can't just have someone like Matt Brown just essentially regurgitate again what he said. And I shouldn't say regurgitate, that's not true. Just repeat the stuff that he said on Corbell and Knapp's podcast, and then that's it. You've got to have other claims. You've got to go in detail. You've got to have the skeptics that are there asking questions, to ask as many as possible. You got to ask the people, the believers, whoever. You got to go back and forth in the way that they did at that 2023 hearing. Take that example. Do that. Run it that way. Not that ridiculous circus that happened last year. The 2023, run it like that. Get a bipartisan group and go and really ask these questions, whether it's a Matt Brown or whoever else it will be. Now, the Jake Barber of it all is interesting because they never really got a follow-up, where Burchett had said at one point that he felt that Barber was a plant. You guys remember that when he said that? So where do they stand on Barber at the moment? What do you guys think? What do you think about all this? What do you think about Matt Brown potentially being a witness at the next hearing? This is what I've also said when it comes to the hearings themselves. This is usually how it works. They mention the dates, they mention what's happening, and then we start to get the ideas of who it's going to be, the potential rumored witnesses, right? That's what happened last time. So if the name of Matt Brown is being floated around, it's probably possible that he's going to be one of the ones they're going after. Now, I don't know if he's one of the ones that committed, because remember, Luna said there's one guest that actually committed. So is it Matt Brown or is it somebody else? Very curious to find out. Put your thoughts in there about all this. What do you think is going to happen? Will there be any headway happening with this particular witness hearing? Is it just going to be, this person could be a good guess, but it never happened. Like Lakatsky could be a great witness. He'd be a great witness. Now, there's no chance of him doing it unless the protection has changed. So anyway, put your thoughts in there. Let me know. Thanks for joining us. As always, listen, I'm going to tell you about IndaCloud. I have really been enjoying IndaCloud, and I'll tell you a little bit about them. You check them out. You want to support the channel, that's how you do it. And then I'll see you back here real soon. Bye. You tried melatonin. You've tried ASMR. You've tried breathing apps, adult coloring books, and that one overpriced face mask to just make things darker and sadder. Have you tried a buzz that doesn't end with a hangover and $42 bar tab? That's right. You work hard. Maybe. You deal with life sometimes, but do you still deserve an escape? Of course you do. That's where IndaCloud comes in. They have gummies, flour, pre-rolls, all federally legal, seriously fun, and a few clicks away. Whether you're chasing better sleep, deeper intimacy, or just solid daytime relief, this is a grown-up cloud chasing done right. I'm telling you, I dig it. I love it. They sent it to me. I'm always on the chase for some new gummies, and I got it. I got it here. It's just, what I like about it is there's no sketchy ingredient in sight. Don't wake up with a hangover. It's really good. I like the different flavors that they have for sure. So make sure you check it out, because there's over 50,000 people that are already choosing IndaCloud, because feeling good should feel this easy. If you're 21 or older, now's your chance to float above the stress, because IndaCloud is giving all new customers 25% off their first order plus free shipping. Got to use that code DTE, or just click the link in the show notes to claim your discount. That's IndaCloud.co, IndaCloud.co. Use that code DTE for free shipping plus 25% off your first order. Order now. Fill out their quick survey to support the show and enjoy the best part of your week. Brought to you by IndaCloud.